This is the Idea Translations Lab about Future Farm, which is an upcoming exhibition. The students come into the class in a really interesting way. They come from all across the university, so majors like genetics and politics and maths, and they start getting instruction from me about how they might use things like brainstorming, sketching, visual research, tools they're not really used to from their other courses. First, I want to thank the NTR Foundation for the generous support. Thank you guys for coming today. Thank you for Trinity for letting me teach here. And today we're doing pitch sessions. We have 5 judges, and they'll be pitching their ideas and seeing if the judges, which one of the judges like.
So our project basically dealt with increasing people's exposure and knowledge to biopesticides.
We wanted to create a video game to show people why biological pesticides are good and not chemical pesticides.
What we want to do is provide more transparency and more information about genetically modified foods and organisms because they're going to be the future of farming.
So our project is based on the craft beer ethos for marketing towards farming. So kind of promoting small-scale farms.
One of them may start a company, another one may actually refine their project and try to bring it into Science Gallery as an exhibition. So those are some of the places that this work might go.
We were guided by Zack to look into different areas, and he helped us to refine our ideas. And then we would have to go away and do all our research from scratch and try and figure out how we're going to visually present things and how we're going to translate the ideas.
I found it really interesting to mix science and kind of design, art and communication skills. I really like the realization of the project at the end, like working in a group on something that you're not used to.
I like the fact that we used to have to tweet in our homework. It made it seem a lot less formal than a regular college module. I felt that it was a really good way of connecting with the course as opposed to just doing the course.
Students were really a lot of fun. They worked very hard. We spent a lot of time diving in very quickly into design, something they knew very little about. And so it was fun to see them picking up on all these little tips and tricks and ways of thinking that were outside their comfort zone. I really enjoyed that. And from what I can tell, they all did too.
What I got out of it was learning about a new field that I knew nothing about. This interaction between the different disciplines and creating this new group dynamic that I was completely unfamiliar with.
I think the ability to succinctly portray what you're thinking and what your idea is and being able to quickly describe your project, I think it's something that only this sort of class could do.
Next year's Idea Translation Lab will also take on this topic of future farming, so we'll be building on these successes and having a whole new collection of students and ideas. They'll have that continued learning to see what their peers have already done, so it's really nice to have that sort of continuity.
I'd say do ITL because you're going to learn a lot about design and graphic design, and it's a really nice change to the rigidity of your usual modules.